Hello, everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene. It is the 16th of June, 2020. And today I wanted to clarify a few things last night. Number one last night was Pop made some nasty jokes. He wasn't trying to be funny and mean or anything. He was just having a bad mood. We had a chance to talk about it, and I wanted to... He brought up something that I thought would be a great topic for the channel, which is how people see themselves and the way they want others to see each other. And I don't want to go into too long on this because this can get kind of long. Basically, he and I talked a little bit about self-esteem versus, as I said, outward appearance. There are people in this world who have a problem. Their inner self doesn't look as nice, or the outer self usually doesn't look as nice as the inner selves, and they feel a sense of disconnect. For example, there are people who deep down they think if they can improve their outer appearance, they can match their inner appearance. Well, unfortunately, sometimes that doesn't work quite that way, and so then they start chasing around the impossible thing, or they're never happy because they're just, I think, for example, let me give you an example that's so more clear. We mentioned Patty last night, and we said that Patty's sick in the head, which I don't deny that she is, but she grew up believing that you had to walk the walk and do the talk. Kind of thinking, oh, okay, I want the nice house, I want the nice car, I want the nice this, I want the nice that. But instead of accepting the fact, the sad truth is she's not going to have those things. But she's going to bust her butt trying to get them. And thinking that if I have all those nice things that I'm going to be successful. I'm going to tell you a secret. There are people who actually chase down that boogeyman all their lives. They finally, some of them do achieve it, and then they wonder why they're not happy. And they're not happy because they actually never got a good chance to be who they really are inside. I mean, I'm much more closer to who I am on the interior as what I am on the exterior. If you're honest about yourself and who you are and what you are and what you do and what you say, then you're likely to be happier no matter what. Okay? If all you want to do is keep up with the Joneses and focus on material things, thinking it's going to make you happy inside, I got to tell you, I understand the frustration that you're going through, but that doesn't really make you happy. Okay? It's absolutely true. But if you truly, truly are comfortable with the skin you're in, after all, you only got one set of skin on this life, right? It may not match your spirit, but if your spirit and if you accepted that, by acceptance, meaning it not feeling like you're not good enough and that you might as well give up. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is if you accept that there are imperfections in your physical outward appearance, for example, but you love your spirit, you love who you are inside, it doesn't matter because it's the interior you that is more superior than the exterior you. There's an old expression which I'm going to verify or modify slightly. Physical beauty is only skin deep, but true ugliness goes straight to the core. What does that mean? Well, it means just like it sounds like. Some people try to go for the physical beauty thing. Perfect eyes, perfect teeth, perfect face complexion, perfect skin, perfect hair. But if you're not really like that in real life, then of course you know you're not, and then you're miserable because you're trying to achieve something that is not how you feel inside. Maybe inside you feel like if you were left to if you would just let yourself be who you are, maybe you really rather be an overweight Jabba the Hutt. Who knows? I don't know. It all depends on the person. I had, when I was living with Patty, she wanted me to be the skinny as a rail, skinny mini. Absolutely skinny. Trim, perfectly slim, everything. But I didn't feel happier being that way because I'm not a skinny person, even in my mind's eye. In my mind's eye, I always been a little bit chunky. No matter how I look at it, I never really felt like I was ever going to be skinny. So I realized that, look, I've got to let be who I am in the inside. And accept that maybe my body will never be perfect either. Because it's only transitory. Transitory meaning you have this body for a few lifetimes, or for a lifetime, and then you turn it in, right? And the soul, your spirit, lives forever. So clearly in that case, it shouldn't matter one way or the other, because your spirit is the part of you that's the most important. Not what you wear, not the kind of things you do. It's your heart and your faith that makes you who you are. So if you ever think that you're not good enough, or you think you have to keep up with the Joneses because it's so important to be this perfect person, or so reality kicks in. There is nobody that's perfect. Nobody. I know what Madison Avenue is trying to tell you, and Fifth Avenue is trying to tell you, but that's not reality. Okay? You can spend all the money on the best makeup in the world, and you're still gonna be, the more you try to personify the exterior, the more the important part, the interior, suffers. Okay? I mean, take for example, another example. Okay? Take a look at Stephen Hawking when he was alive. He had Lou Gehrig's disease. Okay? He lost so much of his functioning of his body. I'm sure it took him a long time to come to the realization that his life was never going to be the same again after he got Lou Gehrig's disease. Okay? He didn't mean that he was never going to be a brilliant mind. He was smart as a whip. He knew his physics. He knew what he was studying. And he kept going. He could have easily hung it up. He could have said, you know, I give up in physics. Fuck it. I can't walk in front of I can't posture in front of a whiteboard and talk about, you know, what I see in the universal constants and all that. But he didn't do that. It's the same with me. Okay, I got a knee injury. And yet I have never really had good walking ability even as a kid. I always had problems because of, when I was a child, I had a leg brace in my leg before I was 5. Okay, and then when I got older, I didn't have a leg brace anymore. But apparently I did remember something about the leg brace. And the thing is that for many years, even my leg was always a little twisted. Then I got arthritis. I got a hairline fracture in my foot. Now, this is as an adult now. All of a sudden, I was walking in arthritis pain, and I was walking on arthritis pain from the hairline fracture in my foot. And yet, I was going out there every day. I didn't stop walking. I didn't stop doing shit. I kept going on and doing the things I had to do. Even today. Even if you look at my knee now, which is, there is no kneecap anymore. Okay? I'm going to show you this. There's no kneecap anymore. Okay? So you can feel the bones in here and everything. And yet, I still get up every day and I'm always walking or doing chores or whatever. I never said to myself, I will be relegated to a wheelchair for the rest of my life. My life is over. No, I haven't. I'm still moving and I'm still doing things. Okay? The same is true with everybody else. The point is, if you don't love your inner self, it don't matter how perfect your life is. Because your life is only as best as you can make it. So if you admit to yourself and you're humble, that's a hard word to swallow, humble, and accept the limitations, doesn't mean that you're a bad person if you can't walk the Boston Marathon, or you can't walk from one end of Winston to the other end of Winston. Honey, it don't matter. What matters is that you need to love the spirit you are, not so much the physical limitations you cannot do. Don't let the physical limitations stop you, because that takes away the real you. So what if you get teeth that look like a picket fence? Hey, so what? It doesn't matter what I'm actually inside. In my spirit, I'm a pretty plain person anyway. It's not like I'm going to have to worry about having the perfect teeth and the perfect eyes and the perfect hair and the perfect voice that sounds like a beautiful contralto that basically makes you get warm inside like warm milk. Okay, I'm not that. But there is another thing. I came to Earth. This is related to what me and Papa talk about. My goal, my life, my mission on life is to educate and to inspire. The YouTube channel is a dream of how I can achieve my life goal, to educate and to inspire. If I had born in 20 years before, in 1948 instead of 1958, I would probably be in a university classroom teaching a class of students. On the other side, I'm a teacher. That's what I do. On the other side, I'm a teacher. So yeah, that's what I would have been doing. I would have been in school. I would have been a teacher. Either teaching a CCD class or teaching in the university. It doesn't matter. YouTube just makes it easier for me to achieve that. So dream is the YouTube makes it possible for me to leave, to fulfill my life's purpose, which is to teach. YouTube just makes it easier because I can reach more people than I could even if I was teaching in university. If I was teaching in university, I might have a class, let's say like a couple hundred students. Where on YouTube, I could have a class of a couple million students. That's a big difference. There are people, and I know I do get depressed like this too. And say, well, YouTube isn't working for me because I'm not making a ton of money and I don't have lots of advertisers and sponsors. Yeah, that's a problem. That is a problem. But the most important thing is if you forget your life purpose, and that YouTube is meant to help you to achieve your life purpose, you can sit there and you can end up turning your YouTube dream into your life purpose. That's so empty because your whole life purpose was to teach and to inspire. If you turn YouTube into your life purpose, then what is it? Oh, I just want to be on the top of YouTube's trending chart. But are you happy? Did you achieve it? If you achieved it, let's say you did achieve it. Let's say you became like PewDiePie. You went ahead and you become this major success. You got all these people. But then when you think back, a couple years later, you say, gee, my whole purpose is I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be a dancer. I wanted to be an artist. But instead I end up basically doing video games on YouTube. Gee, that's not what my purpose was. What the hell happened? See what I'm saying? So in my case is my mission is to teach and to inspire, and that's what I want to do. But you realize that YouTube is a tool that makes it possible to do that. So I can go out there and I can share information with you. They can talk to you in the chats as best I can, one-on-one. Maybe not as good as I could if I was actually had a student sitting in my office asking me questions personally about the topics that the students bothering them. That's what Pop was planning to do with me this morning. We talked as if a student comes to a college professor and says, gee, I'm having issues. First of all, he apologized for his joke. He said, I didn't mean to potentially trigger everybody bad joke. I was just having a really bad, depressed day, and I thought my dark humor was going to make people happy, but it didn't. And I said, well, that's because, I said, you got to remember, Pop, there are people on my channel that take everything literally. So that your joke of suggesting that they call my landlord trying to take him to throw me out of my apartment would have been not at all funny. Especially given the fact that right now what's going on in the economy is not even hilariously funny. So he apologized for that, and he said he was sorry, so I forgave him. And I know that's something that people have a hard time understanding. Why could you forgive a guy who said something like that? Because to forgive is to be divine. That's what you forgive. After all, God forgives you, right? If you ask him. He did ask for forgiveness, so I absolved him of his sin, so to speak. But tonight we will be having another live stream. Right now it's a bit of a breeze out here at this moment, so we probably are gonna, if it doesn't warm up, it probably will be inside. I don't know yet. Last night we did a great job. We had a great stream. We had a new visitor to come in. That was fun. We had new people that came on into the chat. New people we met. A new gentleman in person. He and I haven't talked since last night, but doesn't mean that we won't talk, as I'm sure we will. And it turns out that my landlord, instead of throwing away the furniture, all the furniture from the former tenant in apartment 6, decided instead to do my suggestion of rent the apartment furnished. Yes, that was my idea. I said, Jimmy, rent the apartment furnished. People will need furniture. If you got furniture in there, and it's good furniture, let it stay and rent it out. And that way, because there are people that sometimes have no furniture at all, and if there's furniture for them, that's great. And that's something to keep in mind. But anyway, so this last thing was a fantastic show, and I actually was very happy with it. The replay with the comments and the chats came in and was ready by this morning, so you can watch it. It came in a little sooner than 24 hours, so you can watch the show and with the replay. So if you didn't see it last night because you were busy, you can watch the replay right now. Also, at the same time, please do not forget that we are having a live show tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern Time as well. Why not? Give me a good reason why not to. You can't. There isn't any. Oh yeah, by the way, we are seeing growth coming in the hair. It is growing in. It's got growing in really slow, but it's growing in. So I wouldn't really worry about that. I mean, the point I'm trying to say is that that's another thing. Talking about exterior versus interior appearance. Remember, I mentioned this once before. Once you reach 6th level consciousness, anything that you want to be can. My hair is growing naturally white. Okay? White blonde. And that's not funny. All the money I spent over the past 12 years, it seems like, no, actually it was 11 years, to have it turn gray or then to white. Now my hair is turning naturally white-gray. Hey, why didn't I think of that before? Because back then I didn't understand that about the 6th level consciousness. The ability to make your dreams come true by just thinking about them. Does that mean I'm going to retouch my hair? Or does that mean I'm going to bleach it anymore? I really don't think we're going to bleach right now because I want to let my hair grow back in. And because of, give my hair a rest from the abuse of chemicals and get my hair to have a chance to reflourish. I'm still using the minoxidil. It may not be necessary, but I'm still doing it anyway because why not? It can't hurt any. Now, what about the stimulus check? I'm not bringing this up because Mitch McConnell is a worm. We already know that. Mitch McConnell is also got competition for his job from 2 Democrats. A Booker from the House of Representatives and another candidate, a lady candidate. Another Democrat. So unfortunately, given it back to what has happened by his attitude, he's losing his favoritism. He's losing his constituent base. They're going away. They don't want to be with him anymore. Other Republicans are fed up with him too. So there is going to be a shakeup in the Senate after November. Wait and see. You can bet. Donald Trump definitely would like to see more stimulus get to the people. And like I said last night, he wants a $2 trillion plan. Nancy Pelosi, which is right now rallying out for all people, all income brackets, is rallying for $3 trillion. Kamala Harris, Bernie Sanders, Markey of Massachusetts, and several other Democratic senators are rallying for more for the average John and Jane Doe right now. So is Donald Trump. Now, I know that some people are saying Donald Trump's ratings, according to the polls, are not doing as good. I tend to take the polls with a grain of salt because I don't think they're necessarily accurate all the time. I got a hunch, so when you see his next rally, it's going to be a doorbuster. I think he's going to be continuing to do really good when the people that the Pew Research people didn't get out to ask. They don't get a chance to ask every American because it's a sample. Those people, the real Trump supporters, are going to be rallying behind him and are going to vote him in for his second term. Now, some people say that they're concerned if he maybe is beginning to develop health issues because of his age. And he's having trouble walking off the ramp down at the commencement ceremony. First of all, look, I have a knee injury. I'm going to tell you something. He's 72 years old. Or is it 73 now? I think he's 72. 73. 73. Let me 74. Whatever. Okay, he's old enough. The point is as long as he's sharp up here and his mind is good, I don't think it matters as much if he has physical mobility issues. Please, focus on his head, his mind. That's the part we need in the White House. Remember, Franklin Delano Roosevelt had polio, and he had and it got worse when he was president. But he was so ashamed to admit he had polio that he basically had to build all kinds of special elevators and sneaky trapdoors just so he can get up and appear like he was normal health. But in the end, he couldn't do it, and his wife Eleanor ended up doing a lot of his work for him. Americans with Disabilities Act does not preclude that a man with a disability, functional physical disability, cannot be President of the United States. The 25th Amendment does not preclude a man with physical disability could not be President of the United States. In fact, the 25th Amendment, if that had existed at the time of FDR, he probably would have been thrown out of office because of his polio. What makes a good candidate is not how they walk or how they don't walk or whatever. Remember, I have a damaged kneecap. I have a damaged knee, and yet I'm still walking. president is 74 years old. By God, he's been working hard, and he's been still working hard for you and me. He's been there for you and me. He's been day in and day out. Many days with very little sleep, focusing on trying to bring back American jobs and American economy. Having to deal with the coronavirus day after day after day after day. Okay, so the federal government made a bad decision shutting down the country since March 23rd for those few months. They thought it was the right solution at the time. Maybe it did help. Maybe it didn't. But it certainly, at least now, they're admitting, oops, that was a mistake. And that's why they said they're not doing another government shutdown again, this country. But rather, it's up to the governors of the states to decide if they're going to do that. It does suck that unfortunately I can't go to McDonald's and eat in and get 2 plain double cheeseburgers, large fries, and a medium to small Diet Coke. Because if I eat in, then only the McDonald's that have eating outside patio areas allow you to eat in or eat there. Okay? My McDonald's doesn't have that capability. So therefore, there's no way I can eat there. Alright? I have to take the food home here. Or I have to eat at the park. Or whatever. But that doesn't mean that I should give up, eating out. Because of this concern of, the coronavirus danger cookies. Oh yeah. By the way, when people keep asking me why I keep calling them danger cookies. Well, every little kid knows what a cootie is. That's not a good thing. It's bad for you. Well, danger cooties are even worse for you. It's cute, but there's no reason to use it. It gets around the YouTube censor bots. The YouTube censor bots will spider through a channel and looking for videos that they may deem to be a concern or a red flag, and then they will sometimes demonetize them if you get YPP, or if you don't. They'll remove the channel's video from the search results recommendations. So you gotta be careful with the YouTube, because YouTube is sneaky. Of course, we know that Susan Wojcicki needs to get YouTube and better straightened out and fixed up and get it restored to something close to the way it was in the good old days. But until she does, we have to play the game with the robots. And that's the sad reality of what's going on with YouTube. It's not because we don't want to present good content. I want to have a serious conversation. Never mind the funny, strange term of danger cooties. You ever know what danger cooties are? Ask any 4-year-old what cooties are, according to Toy Talkers. It doesn't matter. You know what they are. I mean, for a little child, it doesn't really define any particular germ. It's just something that's good for you. So, I mean, if I was to go ahead and say coronavirus, novel, SARS-2, whatever, they probably would go, I have no idea what that is. But if I said danger cooties bad for you, they'd get it. That's something you want, okay? Make you sick and die. Not good. Not good. Yeah. So anyway, the point is that my goal in life is to educate and to inspire. And that's what I do here on my channel. I use whatever techniques work to get the message out. From being serious, academic conversation, to being more like a child. If it's what it takes, I will do that. Okay? But one of the things is deep down in this world is we're all children in a spirit form. We're not, I don't care how many lives you've had. In your here in life, Earth is a living classroom. This is where you can learn and grow and better yourself. So don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to grow and learn. You gotta have plenty of time to do it. Have fun at it. inspire yourself, educate yourself, learn new things. It's what makes you a good person. All right, guys, I will see you tonight at 8 o'clock. Stay out of trouble. And, oh, yeah, am I going to be going to McDonald's this week? No, I might go to ABC Pizza instead. Sounds fine, because at least ABC Pizza can eat out on the patio. It's going to be hot tomorrow, so maybe tomorrow will be good time to go to ABC and eat out on the patio over there at the restaurant on the sidewalk. All right, guys, talk to you later. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye, everybody.